Hello everybody, this is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo. Today's video we are going to put together a bunch of different beads, seashells, crystals, pearls, and make a beautiful necklace. Recently I did a tutorial video on how I made this necklace. And I was going to put it in the shop, but I decided to keep it for me. And I have had so many compliments on this piece, and I've decided to do another one. So this time, I'm going to use this purple shell. I love the colors in here, and I've made some cocoon beads to go along with it. And I dug around and I found these really pretty beads. So I think I'm going to put that with it. And I kept digging around and came across these really pretty beads. I think that makes a really good complement. And so I was looking through my purple beads and came across these, and some more really pretty beads I found were these, and I may add a little bit of these crystals here. I think they're quartz crystals. I really can't remember. But I might try to add some of those. We'll see if I can get them to fit on the head pins. And something else I have are these really pretty amethyst. So I might throw some of that in there. Ooh, there's a pearl there. Pearls might go pretty. Maybe I'll go dig out some freshwater pearls. So I do have some freshwater pearls. The only thing is they don't have big holes in them. So depending what I'm going to use to wire, I may or not be able to use these. But they would look really nice. Now since I've used silver, I'm going to probably use some silver wire. But I might need to mix my metals, especially if I want to use these freshwater pearls. And these crystals here, I believe that this wire, let's try it, but I think it's going to be too thick. Yes, it's not going to fit. And I think I'll have the same problem with that. So I may mix my metals. Let's see if it fits on these. I don't know. Ah, it does fit. And let's see about this. Aha. So definitely if I'm going to use the freshwater pearls and the crystals, I will be mixing my metals for sure. So let me show you up close this seashell. I absolutely love the purples in this. This is what probably most people would consider the front. This is the inside of the shell. But you could wear it this way, but I'm actually going to design it so it's to be worn this way. The thing is, you could wear it either way. Maybe you had a day you really weren't wanting a whole lot of purple on there, although I'm using a lot of purple in the necklace part of it. Another thing that I plan to do is design this piece where you can take this off or you can wear it with it on. So after I've wired it, I'm going to put just a little lobster claw clasp on here so it can hang on the necklace. But right now, let's think about designing the necklace. So I've made these cocoon beads out of sari ribbon, very boho feel to them. And I'm probably going to want to go ahead and put them down here. I may change my mind, but for now that's where I'm going to put them. I made this necklace quite some time ago. I got this shell when we went to Qatar, or Qatar, depending how you say it. And I had made some beads out of sari ribbon. and just made this very simple necklace and some earrings to match. But this necklace is actually going to be beaded all the way around. I'm just showing you different things you can do with these beads. I also want to use these beads, and again, I may or may not put them there. I know with the necklace that I did the other day, I sort of mixed these up a little bit so they're not equal on both sides. So right now I want to make some stations to go along, and I'm going to start with the freshwater pearls and these crystals. And since they have teeny tiny holes, we're going to use this wire. It is antique brass, and I don't remember the gauge on this. I know this is 20 gauge, so I'm thinking this may be 22 gauge. But I'm not 100% on that. But what I figured I would do is put a crystal and then a pearl and then a crystal. Let's see, I want more of a purple one. And just maybe do this a couple of times and make a beaded chain with this. So this is what the chain looks like, and I'll just have to say I had a hard time finding 3 freshwater pearls that fit on even this thin of wire. So unfortunately, I wanted to do 2 strands of 3, but we're only going to get 1 strand of 3. And whenever you do a strand, you usually want to do an odd number like 3 or 5. It's supposed to look better. But since I could only get this, it's only going to be on one side. So I did some amethyst, the same length. And interesting thing on these, they only fit on the antique brass wire. So I did them both the same. So pretty much we'll have something like this. Let's move this over. Okay. And like I said, I may change things up a little bit. The next thing I want to work on, I want to work with these beads. And I don't know if you can tell on the monitor or not, but these glass crackly beads, they have a little bit of a purple in them. Maybe if I put some of these beads there, you can see it. But I love the purple hue in there. So I'm going to make another beaded chain using these beads. And I think this time I'm going to use silver. Let's see if the beads fit on there. Yes, they're going to fit. All right, let me work on a beaded chain. So the way I do a beaded chain is I will thread how many ever beads I want on there. This time I'm only going to use 1 bead at a time. So I put the bead on there, and then I get my round nose pliers, and I'm going to do a loop with a messy wrap. Okay? And I mean, if you want to do a neat wrap, you can do a neat wrap, but I usually like to do the messy wraps. So once you get that all wired, and you're going to have to tuck this in and make sure it's not poking out where it's going to scratch whoever's wearing it. All right, I don't think I feel it anymore. Let me slide this bead. Sometimes when you slide your beads down, it kind of will cover that. And I don't feel any scratchiness, so that's good. So now we're going to work on the other side here. And notice I like to keep my wire on my spool. I feel I have less waste when I do that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this. Wrap it around messily. Cut it off and tuck it in. There you have a link to your beaded chain. All right, I don't know how many I'm going to do. Probably, I don't know. We'll see. So let me finish up and I'll be back to show you the next step I plan to take. Still working on these, but I wanted to show you what they look like. I really like the way these are coming out. Let me make some more. So I'm putting the very last bead onto this link here. I did 5, and I'm going to have to make another strand of 5. There we go. Whoops. And let's see how this looks. Okay, we put this on this side. Oh, we were going to do these. Then this. Then maybe this. I think y'all could see what I'm doing here. Or we could put this here and this here. I don't know. You can change it up a little bit. I want to make sure I incorporate this in with all this because I like the little turquoise green. Kind of, I guess it's more of a seafoam green. I like that color in there. So it gives it a little bit more interest besides just the white, the clear, and the purple. We'll have that seafoam color. So I've got to figure out actually how long I want this. And I'm going to make a link. So I have everything wrapped. Boy, that takes quite a bit of time, let me just say. But we've got our pendant. I took the amethyst and I made it pretty much the same length as these glass beads here. I just added the crackle glass beads at the end. So these are pretty much the same size. These, when I started wrapping them, I noticed they had a giant hole in them. And I tried to make this like really big, but I just couldn't make it big enough where it looked good. So I dug around and found these really pretty beads to flank on either side. And of course we have our cocoon beads, and then we have our pearls and crystals. And I wrapped these. I was going to wrap them in the silver, but I wanted these to be pretty much the same, and so they needed to be the same wire. So we have some jump rings in the antique brass and in the silver. So now we got to figure out how we're going to put this together, and I'm going to need a couple of lobster claw clasps. I'm not for sure if I'm going to need the silver for the clasp in the back or the antique brass. So I've got them both out. I may even use something like this. I haven't decided yet. I do need to make this where it is something you can take off. You can either have it as a pendant or not. That's what I did with this one. So I can easily take it off and just wear the necklace with just this part. So I just took a jump ring and added the lobster claw clasp to that. So we got the pendant all done. Now to figure out how I want to put this together. So I think I want, originally I wanted this to be in the middle, both of them. But I'm thinking maybe I only want one. Because if we're going to have a pendant that you can take off, I'm not for sure I want those two together. So maybe I'll put that like that. And then I can add, let's see, I think I'm going to put these in the back. So maybe I can put this one here and this one there. Let's put this back here. And then maybe I've got these, and I'll just put these here, and then I'll add these in the back, and then we can put some type of a clasp on there. Haven't figured out what. I still haven't figured out how long I want this or not. Let me go ahead and get my jump rings out and put these all together. So I have it all finished. I decided to use a big chunky clasp. And the reason I did, when I put the other one on there, the little ones, it looked really wimpy. Also, if you decided not to wear this pendant, you just want to only wear the chain part, this could actually be a focal. Something too, you can put this pendant pretty much anywhere you wanted to. For instance, if you wanted to hang it where the clasp is at the bottom, you could hang it off of there. Or you could hang it where the clasp is on the side and maybe hang it here. It's kind of hard to do this because I don't have enough room. But I love these necklaces because you can pretty much make it your own. So this is what it looks like on. Where's the clasp? See, you could have it so the clasp hangs to the side. You could put your pendant on that. Personally, I like it where the clasp is on the back. And then you hang your pendant. See if I can do this without taking it off. Let's see. There. You could hang it like this. I really like the versatility of this piece. So anyway, I hope you go and look through your beads and try this type of creating. Just some mishmash of random beads you have. Wire them up and put them together. I am going to list this in my shop, and I'm also going to list some of these beads and some seashells that I have wire wrapped. So if you want this look, but you want to create it yourself, look over there and see if I've got anything that you might want to use in your creations. Something else you can do with these beads is you can drop little beads or whatever off of them and make some fun little earrings. I actually made a pair where I dropped a button at the bottom, and they made a really nice little boho pair of earrings. And as far as the wire wrapped seashell goes, you could either put it on something like this or just hang it on a chain to wear. Anyway, the options are limitless. Just use your imagination. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. Do you like the boho style? It's one of my favorite styles, that's for sure. So anyway, I hope you give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Mostly though, I hope you all have a fantastically wonderful day. This is Terry Jeanette with the Tapping Flamingo, signing out for now. Bye-bye.